And welcome back to Getting Started in the Reincarnation. My name's Alzorath, and this is another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to cover the throne room section of the main page. If you click on your name, it'll bring up the actual throne room menu, which it's phrased a little differently than on the front page. That's because this is generally considered an outdated page that, well, no one actually visits while playing the game. It's a relic from early days of the game. So, yeah, you can go there anyway. It gives you the same information. Click on main menu, you'll come back. On this section, you'll see your name, your ranking, your net power. If you have any new messages, they'll be in between that section that I'm highlighting right there. Basically between your rank and net power and the messaging section. If you click on read message, takes half a second to load, you'll get this page where you can compose mail to other mages, which you can't do on solo. Only on guilded servers or public servers where it's visible who your opponent is. You can manage different folders to organize all your mail in. The default is sent, blackmail, and trash, which is pretty much all I need. Usually, sometimes I'll have a guild mail section added in there. You of course have inbox, which is this. You can search your mail and you can delete all the black market content, which you actually get information from the black market as to what you buy and sell off of it. We'll cover the black market a little bit later though. Let's back up. If you come into Great Council, it actually has like the rules. The Hall of Immortals is basically your Hall of Fame, whoever ranks the top. This is another it's a diminished page. It's probably going to be removed in future skin updates, if I had to guess, or simplified to just include the Decalogue and the encyclopedia and such. The Decalogue being the rules. If you click on audience, I currently don't have any heroes. You'll have a list of your heroes, their experience, how many turns it'll take for them to level up, and a whole lot of other useful information as well as their skills and everything like that. Heroes are a very powerful tool in this game. They're not essential, but they are definitely something you'll want to look into, especially as you get into more advanced play. Come back here. We're gonna go to status report last because that's gonna be the most complicated. If you click into options, you can edit your IRC options, which is an internet relay chat. That's the way you can communicate on the game with a bunch of other players. It's a very useful tool. I definitely recommend using it. Most guilds use it, and some guilds actually require it of their members. You can go on through a in-game client, or you can go on through a client of your choosing. There's information on the forums on how to connect to it. I might do a special little one over it. I don't know yet. In the options page, you can do a decent amount of things. The way it works in general is you click the little checkbox and you edit the information in here to change that section of your options. It's a two-step process, a little bit clunky, but it works really good to make sure you actually want to change what you changed. So I actually prefer it that way for browser-based games. Here's where you can change your skin, your CSS file, and your skin directory. You can click the read more to find out more information about changing your skin to a custom skin of your own design. And that's one of a very few nice customization options that this game actually has. You also have template skins, which there's actually several under development right now. I'm not going to show them off. I'm going to stick with the default since that's what most players begin with. So, but check them out if you like and enjoy them. You can change your language. The game has several languages fully translated. A few of them are only partially translated. You can see the progress again listed on the forums. There's actually dedicated forums to translating the game. As you can tell, it's decent variety there at least. The rank list preference is something I'll actually cover later on whenever I cover the rank list. That's how you're going to be finding your opponents. You're going to be finding your friends. You're going to be finding guildmates, enemies, people to hunt, etc. This one is your... I don't usually use this. I usually use the click through, but it saves you clicks on the rank page, which you actually only have a certain number of clicks per day. I've very rarely hit that unless I'm doing one particular tactic called rushing. I might cover how to do that later. Probably on another reset for the game. So it'll be in the far future. Here is your I want to delete my mage kind of option. You have to check both boxes. This is like saying, yes, I will delete, and yes, I definitely do want to delete. It's the are you sure you want to exit button. If you delete, you'll get the execution page, final words, stuff like that. Meditation, on the other hand, which is the one down here at the bottom, allows you to basically go on vacation for 3 days. As it says, yes, all your enchantments will be removed. All of your enchantments. Anything your mage is maintaining on yourself or other mages will be gone. However, enemy enchantments, not so much. They will stay there. They will be there whenever you get back. This is not a free, clean all the mistakes off of me kind of thing. And besides, they just cast it right back on you after you get out of meditation. That's part of the war aspect of the game, which we'll probably get into much later, because that's more advanced tactics or mid-level tactics. But yeah, you enter for 3 days, you accumulate turns for 3 days, and you can't use them for those 3 days. But at the end of those 3 days, you pop out of meditation and you can immediately start using your turns. So it has a strategic advantage. There's people who have used it to really do a lot before, so we're going to go ahead and back out of this. And now we're going to jump into the status report. This is the information. Your main menu tells you turn by turn stuff. This is the page you go to if you want to know the absolute health of your kingdom right now. First, you have, of course, your name and stuff like that. This section right here will inform you of your statuses. It won't inform you of apprentice status, but it will inform you of pillage status, which protects you from being pillaged. It'll inform you of damage status, which protects you from being attacked or pillaged. And it will also inform you of council status, which will prevent you from getting spells cast on you. It's an interesting little section, and it's one of the flavor text kind of oriented sections as well. Right below that, you have your rank, which is your rank on the server compared to other players, your net power, land, fortresses being your basic life, by the way. So this line, very important. You'll see it on a lot of screens. If your fortresses reach 0, you die. Plain and simple. Game over. You have to start a new mage. So you don't want to go overboard on them because they cost resources, they take up land, but they are how you survive. Geld is the currency of the game. It's the money that you spend on the black market. You can buy stuff, sell stuff there with it. You can use it to support units, which we'll cover. Items, I don't have any yet. You won't get them for the first little bit. I forget exactly how many turns, but they're useful things to use in battle, outside of battle, great things. Units, right now I have 2,000. I have the default army. I haven't used any turns. I haven't disbanded anything. So our turns left, of course, we have 200 because I waited until they got maxed out to start this tutorial. Here's your spell level, population, and magic power. Spell level is the strength of your magic, 1, because I haven't researched any spells. Population is a great resource to basically rely on. I'll go into more detail whenever we get over to that section. Magic power is your basically resources to cast spells and maintain units. Here's your barrier resistances and stuff. If you have 75% here and 75% here, and someone casts an ascendant spell at you, it first has to pass the 75% chance to pass your barriers, which is a 25% chance that it will get passed if you have 75% there. And if you have 75% here, it requires a second check of the spell to get past that. So 25% of 25%. There is no way to reach 100% resistance to any spell. Barrier resistance itself actually works on spells and items, whereas these only work on the specific color of spell. They have no effect on items. Here's a relation to gods. We'll cover gods later. There's benefits to them, and you can actually anger them as well instead of just getting favor. And actually there is no perfect relation between them, so if you try and get favor from two, you always have a chance of getting disfavor from another. Here is your residential space information. This I'll probably cover in more detail later on whenever I start covering the numbers of the game. But basically it tells you how much space you can have for your population. This is the most important line, which is determined by the lowest number out of the max residential space and food production, and your food space for units. I'll cover that more detail in the resources tutorials. Here's your income, and basically this is the income of your kingdom determined by all the stuff above. Here's your unit upkeep, which is how much your units are costing you per turn, and your building upkeep is how much your buildings are costing you per turn, spell, hero, etc. Your recruit cost, and then it pops out your net income each turn. For the most part, it's okay if they go negative. Population's a little bit tricky, but we'll cover that whenever we cover population. Here's your building layout. I have a lot of wilderness because, well, I haven't used any turns. This is your default building information. I currently don't have any spells on my kingdom. This section up here at the top will show all the spells affecting your kingdom, and this section right here will show all the spells you're maintaining, which are important to keep track of, especially in war situations. Your defensive assignment, I don't have anything currently assigned because I don't have any spells to use. I'll cover that whenever I cover some of the battle mechanics. Currently researching spell none. That'll actually show what percent away through I am on each spell I'm researching. Each spell. There we go. Here's my skills, which are, compared to the rest of the things, a relatively new addition to the game. They were added a few years back. They augment your kingdom, so you have a bit more customization for your mage. But I'll cover that more whenever I cover skills. And here's your basic army information. So, yeah, that's your status report, and that is the entire section of your throne room. Let's go back to the main menu. Okay, there we go. And next time I'll cover probably the interior section. So, see you next time on the reincarnation tutorials. My name is Alzorath. Keep gaming, have fun.